to speak on the bill, namely the Constitution Scheduled Tribe Order Amendment Bill 2022. Madam, though the legislation came into existence by virtue of the constitutional provision in the year 1950, it is shock and surprise to the House, not only for me. After 70 years, still this exercise is going on the part of the government. Who is scheduled caste, who is scheduled tribe? Is it not shame on our part? Whoever within government, notwithstanding the political entity of the government so far for 70 years, is it not shame on our part to say, after 70 years, a tribal community is being identified by this House and the discussion is going on? Even I am telling, my submission is, this exercise is not final and holistic. More demands were also there. That is why I wanted to speak on this bill. Of course, madam, this type of exercise was started not after independence. Even before independence, the British people were so humanitical towards us. They wanted to identify who are the scheduled castes, untouchable, unseeable, unapproachable, and the tribals. They wanted to have upliftment of these people on par with the rest of the people in the society. I welcome this bill. I appreciate the minister for taking these efforts, at least to bring this bill at this belated position. But does it mean to say it is holistic? We are having a national commission for SC and ST. We are having so many mechanisms in the government. But yet, the social topography of this country has not been reviewed and redressal mechanism is not at all fully addressed. That is why this bill came into existence as the part on transit. Some more bills have to come. I will come to the latter part. I do not want to speak much. I am having only one demand for my state. Our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. M.K. Stalin, who is also the President of our TMK party, wrote recently to the Prime Minister to include a Narikuravar community in Tamil Nadu, whose social and cultural identifications are not only unique, something distinct. They have been completely neglected in terms of education and other life facilities. Even basic amenities were not at all provided to them. They are landless poor. The education is, literacy rate is almost 0.01%. There is no representation in the government service almost. So these communities were almost neglected so far more than 70 years. In 1965, the state of Tamil Nadu demanded this Narikuravas community should be included in the tribal list. On the basis of the state government's demand, in 1969, when our beloved leader Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi was Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, again the attention was drawn by the central government on the basis of the recommendation made by the state government. The Lokur committee was constituted and it was referred to the joint parliamentary committee whether these two communities can be included in the tribal list. So JPC gave the recommendation, Lokur commission gave the recommendation, Director of Tribal Affairs gave the recommendation, yet National Commission for Tribals gave the recommendations. What else you need? National Commission, state government, your director, your ministry, your cabinet, all recommended. The Narikuravas community in Tamil Nadu, Kurumbas community in Ooty, Nilgiris, in my constituency, they have to be included. In spite of that, no fruitful result. Of course, in 2016, the credit may go to this government. In 2016, bill was brought to this House to include these communities on the recommendation of the DMK government. But for the reasons best known to you, the bill was lapsed. My only submission is, knowing fully well that two communities from Tamil Nadu, Narikuravas and Kurumbas, were included through a bill, and a draft bill was submitted before this House. Pending the bill was permitted to lapse, allowed to lapse. But you are bringing another bill. What does it mean? Where is the what is the parity? You must be fair to everybody. That is why I am telling. I do not say that it should be withdrawn. You must give the Honorable Minister, and having high regards for you and the government. But at least on the floor of the House, you must give the assurance that the Narikuravas community of Tamil Nadu and the Kurumbas and Kurumbans in Nilgiris must be listed in the tribal list since the already recommendation came to you. Yet another demand is, in my own constituency, Baduga community is demanding the same status. I am representing those people. They are having unique and separate cultural values, customary laws. They are also associated with the forest lands. They are having their own customary laws, which cannot be equated even with Hindu laws. Some unique features are in the society. They demanded for the ST status. Similarly, fishermen in Tamil Nadu, some part, they demanded for ST. They are also very poor. They are also social status very in the low position. So, what I am submitting before the House is, your intention is okay, good, but when having such intention, it must be holistic throughout the country. You are having your own system in the name of the Commission for SC and ST, even separate ST Commission you are having. So your commission, National Commission, is having a constitutional status. It is having its own mechanism. Please get the details throughout the country. Not for Tripura, not for Tamil Nadu, not for Andhra, not for Gujarat. Have a holistic study. After the study, you list out what all the communities can be included in the tribes, what all the communities can be included in the scheduled caste. That is why accusation came from the Pradyut, Honorable my friend Pradyut from the Congress, that you are politically motivated for this exercise. You may be genuine, but unnecessarily you are getting the political color on your part because it is a piecemeal. So don't have piecemeal exercise. Be fair to every part or section of this country. And as such, I am welcome this bill. Please take my demand into consideration and give some assurance. Thank you.
Shri A. Rajaji.
Sir, Chairman sir, thank you very much for this opportunity given to me. Sir, I used to register my appreciation, apprehension and accusation in mixed manner. Yes, later part. Some of the provisions are deserved to be appreciated. Some of the provisions create apprehension in the mind of the professionalists and public. And I am having my own accusation against the bill that this government is having some hidden agenda in their mind. Sir, appreciation in the sense, the attempt that has been made to have a legislation to revamp the entire system of profession of chartered accountancy, as the government sensed it, some scrutiny is to that extent it is deserved for appreciation. What has been said in the state objectives and statement of objectives and reasons, the motto of the bill is, as mentioned in the objectives, to deal with the misconduct by the institutions. What are the institutions? Indian Institute of Chartered Accounts and Indian Institute of Cost Accountant, Indian Institute of Company Secretaries. These three bodies are created under a separate and distinct statutes. Whether I can appreciate the government or I can express my apprehensions, the first time I think, to my knowledge, three individual and separate and distinct institutions created under a separate, distinct identities and created under different statutes have been corrected by a single legislation. It is unknown to the jurisprudence, unknown to the legislative ethics. The procedure that has been adopted by the government is completely unknown to the democratic norms of this House, legislative competency of this House. That has to be expressed by the Minister first. Sir, government has come up with a legislation to deal with three different branches, different institutions created under the different statutes. However, it is workable. That has to be discussed at length in this House. However, my speech will be very brief. Sir, I do not want to take more time. Sir, as the bill was already discussed in the Parliamentary Standing Committee and the recommendations came up, I think that all the members of the Standing Committee from the different parties must have expressed their views, and I hope all views expressed in the committee meeting should have been incorporated in the bill. in spite of the deliberation took place in the standing committee, there are so many anomalies in the bill. I will list out one or two. Sir, by passing the bill, the appreciation deserved, what I said is, by passing this bill, first time we are having a multidisciplinary body, mechanism, multidisciplinary practice and mechanism. What is meant by multidisciplinary mechanism? You are including not only chartered accountants, not only non-chartered accountants, you are including in this system advocates and other professionalists, even engineers, architects, all are included in this system to revamp the entire chartered accountancy. That is a good attempt. Whether it is going to deliver the tangible results or not, altogether different. Notwithstanding the outcome, the attempt that has been made to synchronize all the statutes by way of creating a multiple disciplinary forum or body or practice is really deserved for appreciation. But let us leave to the natural course when it is applicable to when was applied on the ground. Sir, for these reasons, the reason behind the multidisciplinary practice will provide integrated services from both CA and non-CA, as I put it earlier. Because of this, other communities like lawyer, engineers and architects will be benefited not only in the terms of professional experts, in terms of financial aspects also. Sir, I do appreciate one more thing. The first time when you are enacting the legislation, the legislation, so far all the legislations, namely three legislations for chartered accountant and cost accountant and company secretaries, three legislations, starting from 1956, 59 and 80 respectively. All these legislations focused only for the chartered accountants and company affairs and the cost benefit analysis. But first time, non-audit professions, non-audit skills, which is essentially, maybe little bit remotely, but essentially needed in the system, that has been inducted by way of this legislation. That has to be appreciated. For all this reason, I am having no reservation to extend my support to this bill. But still, I am having my own issues. I will express my accusation and apprehension now. Sir, my friend Vishnu Prasad from Congress has expressed beautifully that what are all the anomaly available in the bill. The one is disciplinary committee. The second one is coordination committee. As you put it rightly, the entire entity of the body, disciplinary committee, has been changed, not only physically, in the letter and spirit, and the delivery system also completely diametrically opposite with the existing system and the already existed system. So, rightly he put it, earlier 2 government nominees, 3 chartered accountants, totally 5 members. Chairman was chartered accountant. Now, only 2 chartered accountant and 3 non-chartered accountant, even that can be digested. But what is surprise and shock is, the chairman will be the non-chartered accountant. My friend rightly said, for advocates, bar council of chairman will be advocate. Medical council, chairman will be doctor. Chartered accountant, you are having non-chartered accountant. What type of justice is being delivered? Sir, in law, yes, do admit, no one can be a judge for his own cause. That is applicable to individual. I cannot be a judge for my own case. It has to be given to you or somebody else to maintain the neutrality. But whereas the professions is concerned, justice has to be delivered only by the same identical professionalist. A man who practices law can interpret law and deliver justice. A man who did practice in medicine, he can give advice for medicine. Domain knowledge. Now you are transporting an alien, complete alien, to some body. That is why saying not only the autonomous of the body is compromised, or autonomous of the body is not only compromised or diluted or mitigated. My accusation is you are having hidden political agenda to kill some institution, to kill some companies. Otherwise, such an attempt should not have been done. Similarly, coming to the coordinating committee, not only, sir, before, as Vishnu Prasad rightly said it, a man who is supposed to be the chairman of the Chartered Accounts Committee's Disciplinary Committee's chairman he must know the nitty-gritty of the accounting standard. He must know the very micro level knowledge in auditing standards. Accounting standards, auditing standards, even one step I can go further, even ethical standard is there. All these standards must be weighed only by a professional, namely CA. But you are putting a non-CA and wanted to measure the accounting standard, auditing standard and ethical standard. It is not practically possible. That is why I am accusing you are having some hidden agenda. Coming to the coordination committee. Coordination committee, also there is a problem. You devise the terms and conditions for the coordination committee. So the coordinator committee must be confined within the terms and conditions. You just have a perusal. Any ordinary, reasonable and prudent man, it does not need any rich knowledge. Any ordinary, reasonable, prudent man can peruse the line, terms and conditions, and can say the terms and reference now device is traveling beyond the terms and reference. That is I am having. The present president of the Chartered Account Association Institute, they express their apprehension that government is having some hidden agenda. It is not fair on the part of the government. So for these reasons, disciplinary committee and coordination committee attempt that has been made with malicious intention to kill somebody, to kill some institute, even it may be politically motivated. That is a hidden agenda. I do sense it. Please, to that extent, you must have courage to withdraw the bill, amend the bill, or let it be referred to the another committee, select committee, cutting across the political parties members can give their ideas, then let it be piloted before this house. With these words, I commend this bill. Thank you.